Namaste. This week has been a little crazy, I think, for many different reasons, and this is a good time to just kind of let our bodies and our minds and our nervous systems settle down and really relax a little bit. So I'd like you to cross your legs and just snuggle your sit bones into the earth, sit up nice and tall, and bring your palms flat onto the heart space. Bowing the head slightly, just take a moment to check in with your heart. I know that can sound a little hippy-dippy, but it's really important to check in with our emotional bodies, not just our physical bodies. And just kind of notice how you're feeling today, where you're starting from. And then also take this opportunity to set a clear intention for your practice, which can also be simply identifying how it is you want to feel from the inside out. And then we gently and joyously work in that direction. Okay, let's bring the palms together to touch. We inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, draw a line from the sky to the heart space. Every time you touch the heart, again, just checking in a little bit. Inhale, arms to the sky. Elongate through the waist. Slow, steady exhale as the hands return to the heart space. And just one final time, filling the body with breath and light, whatever it is you need today. Exhaling to Namaste. Bring your right hand to the floor. Take your left arm up to the sky. If it's available, drop the elbow as well. But make sure that that other sit bone is rooted. So if it's popping up, you've gone too far. Really, really press that left sit bone down. Turn the heart to the sky. It's almost like there's a turning of the physical heart up towards the heavens. And now reach up and over and switch sides. So hand to begin, reach all the way over. If you can get the elbow down, cool. It's not required. It's just if it feels better to move into a deeper stretch, great. But that's really up to you. Try to really notice what feels good in your body today. And all the different layers of self influence each other. So how your physical body influences your emotions influence your thoughts. Let's bring the hands behind us about 12 inches. Find an easy back bend. And release. Good work. Go ahead and come onto your heels. So I'm going to ask you to simply have a seat on your heels. Bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, softly come down. 2 more times. Inhale. So now start to feel the energy just building a little bit. 1 more time. Inhale, waking up your core muscles, your shoulders, your arms, and hands to Namaste. Now as you're ready, bring your right hand down to the floor and lift your left arm up to the sky. So you're in a modified side arm balance. If this is enough, stay here. If you want more, reach that top arm alongside your ear. And I'm just going to give you lots of options today. So if you want a little more, you lift the top leg and reach the hand away from the foot. And then still more, bend the knee, take hold of the top arch of the foot, and lean back. So remember, a turning of the heart up towards the sky. Can you breathe just a little bit deeper? And the longer that you can extend the exhale, the more the nervous system feels safe. And now extend the leg, reach the arm out, and now we're going to come up with both arms. Both arms reach up, interlace the fingers, point the index fingers, inhale where you are, exhale, big side bend. So we're really getting into the side body today, which is often a little bit neglected. We're really accustomed to working the front of the body and what we can see in the mirror. And come back up. Hands to the floor. Come back onto your heels. Hands to Namaste. Let's repeat. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, soften down. 2 more times. So I always like to come back to that movement in the center. One more time. And it's almost like a palate cleanser between the right and the left sides. Just finding balance. Good, and now moving on to the second side. You can bring your left hand down and reach the right arm up to the sky and just really, really press the hand down to then lift up out of the shoulder joint. So you never want to sag there. And then if you want more, top arm alongside your ear. If that feels okay, maybe you lift the foot. And if that feels okay, maybe you bend the knee. Take hold of the top arch and turn, 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 turn. Can you breathe just a little bit deeper? Triple dog dare you to smile. Let it feel good in your body. And let's release, release that leg. And come up, both arms up to the sky. Inhale where you are. Exhale, great big side bend. And feel a stretch in those little tiny muscles between your ribs. They're called intercostals. And bring it all the way back up. Hands to the floor, hips to the heels, one final time. Inhale, arms to the sky, so it's just one time now. Exhale, hands to the heart, slide your hands forward so that you're on all fours. From here, inhale and look up. Lift your tailbone as you do so. Exhale, down dog. In your first down dog, as always, feel free to wiggle, pedal, shake it out. And now look forward. You're going to bend your knees and step or jump your feet nice and wide. Now, I'd love for you to turn your big toes in just a teeny bit, and that just kind of sets up your sacrum and your hamstrings for a safer stretch. Now, as always, I love to give options. So if this is enough, stay here. If you want more, come on down to your elbows. Still more, maybe if you're very bendy, you come onto your head. But only if it feels good. Okay. And now let's set up for triangle on the right. So turn your right toes out to the right. You're going to bring your right hand to the outside of the foot. And then when you're ready, take your left hand and manually pull the hip open. This is a standing hip opener. Okay? Now I'm going to take that same hand and reach underneath myself and turn my rib cage up to the sky. And then lift the top hand. Breathe. The longer the exhale, the more the nervous system feels safe. Maybe this is enough. Maybe you want more. Just like we did in our side arm balance, top hand can reach alongside your ear. If all of that feels okay, maybe, just as you did in your side arm balance, you lift the top foot. And then maybe you take hold of the foot and turn. Turn the heart to the sky. But find a focal point, find something you can gaze at that doesn't move. And now let's release. Bringing the hands to the floor in the center. And remember, we want to find that balance point in the center before we change sides. So hands, elbows, maybe head onto the floor. Breathe. And enjoy the stretch in the back of the body, specifically the hamstrings and the lower back. Good. And now come up halfway and let's set up for triangle on the second side. So now I turn my left foot out to the left, I turn my right toes in slightly, and I bring this left hand to the outside of the foot. Now from here, turn, 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 chest towards the sky, okay? But remember, before we unfurl the arm, I'd like for you to do two things. First of all, push that hip back just a little bit in space And now bring your hand to your rib cage and turn your rib cage to the sky. Then the arm is sort of like the cherry on top. Breathe. And everything from here on out, simply options. If it feels good, go for it. Top arm can go alongside your ears. See if that feels nice. Yep. And if that's okay, you know where we're going. We're going to lift that leg. And top arm can reach up to the sky or alongside your ear. Both are correct. But I'd love for you to breathe just a little deeper. Get lighter on that bottom hand, so if you needed to balance, it would be no big deal. You could do the Lokmano hands variation. And slowly come down, come back to the center. Hands, elbows, maybe head. Relax a little bit. Nice work. And step it back, downward facing dog. Come on down to your hands and knees. Have a seat. Good work. All right, so let's get into some seated hip openers that give us that same kind of work that we just did for the side body. So when you're ready, have a seat and extend that right leg out to the side. Left foot can come against the inner thigh. First 2 fingers to your big toe. Reach up and over. And it's the same type of stretch that you've been enjoying for the last few minutes. So if you want to take it deeper, if that feels safe, you can. If it's too much, no worries. Bring it back up with the hand on the big toe. So what I like to do, I like to take this right hand and use it to press the left hip down. Then I can get way deeper in that stretch and know that my lower back is totally safe. One more big breath. Come all the way back up. Okay, let's have a little fun with the hips. You're going to bend the right knee and bring the foot onto the bicep and cradle your lower leg, rocking it sort of like you would rock a baby. I can really feel this in my right hamstring today. I trained yesterday with weights. So let your body just kind of settle into the stretch. If this is enough, stay here. If you want more, first 2 fingers to the big toe, and you can take the leg out to the side. Sit up a little taller. There is another variation of this pose, but I think I'll save it for another day when we have a little bit more time to dedicate to it. It's called sundial. And stack that right leg on top of the left. Inhale, exhale, fold into it. Relax your head and neck. Feel the stretch in that top right hip and thigh. One more big breath. And let's sit up and we'll switch sides. Okay, foot comes against the inner thigh. First 2 fingers can reach for the big toe and then just reach up and over. And it's totally normal for one side to be easier than the other. Try not to judge the right side or the left side. Okay, and if you want to go deeper, take your left hand, press your right hip down. Again, that's just to make sure that the sacrum is level and stable. That will keep your lower back safe and happy. One more big breath. Turn the heart to the sky. And come up. From here, we bend the left knee and cradle the lower leg, rocking it like you rock a baby. Lengthen your neck. First 2 fingers to the big toe. If you want more, always optional. And just find that stretch. So when we move our bodies through exercise, whether it's weight training, yoga, walking, all that good stuff, we do move emotion. Think of it as energy in motion. And now cross that leg on top. Inhale. Exhale and fold. So if you're ever having a day when you're like, ugh, I just kind of want to change the channel emotionally, if there's been a lot of stress or anger, frustration, simply moving for at least 10 to 15 minutes will start to help you to move through any emotions or any thoughts that no longer serve. One more big breath. And come all the way up. Good work. Okay, we've got one more big stretch and then we'll lay down for our final relaxation. Go ahead and open your legs as wide as you can. Inhale, sit up tall. I'll leave it up to you if you want to flex the feet. This stretches the calf and the hamstring more, or point the toes. This will stretch the front of the leg, the quad, and the anterior tibialis. Inhale, exhale. Breathe. Big deep stretch through the adductors, through the inner thighs, the groin, even the lower back. And let's sit up and move into your final relaxation pose. If your body needs one last little twist or squeeze, please take a moment to do that. Let it be intuitive though. It doesn't have to come from an outside teacher or voice. Just see what your body is asking for. Listening to your inner teacher. And then spread out. In this last minute, take this time to feel the support of the earth beneath you and really, really allow the back of your body to settle into the earth so that the shape becomes effortless. It's almost as though there's no weight, especially in the spine. The spine is completely supported. And just like the floor can hold up the weight of the back body is accustomed to holding up the weight of the soft body, the front body. So the front of our bodies are a little softer, a little more fleshy. Really let that soft front body just kind of melt into the back of the body. So it's almost like you feel your brain, your eyes, your tongue, all of that just kind of settling down and being supported by the back of the body, the back of the skull. But again, that back body doesn't have to do any work because it's supported by the earth. Good. And then take one last moment to notice if you have moved some emotion, some energy, some thoughts. Let's reach the arms overhead, interlace the fingers, spin the palms. If it feels good, you can kind of lean over to one side and then up and over to the other. And then roll all the way onto your side. Use that front hand to allow yourself to come up to seated. And as you sit up nice and tall, you can close your eyes. Bring your hands to your heart. So we are not just physical beings. We have emotions, we have thoughts, we have different parts of our energy system that sometimes just need a little bit of attention. So thank you for sharing your practice. I hope that you have the feeling that you were intending for today, and if it doesn't all happen at once, that's okay. That's why we practice. And it becomes daily, weekly, monthly practice, whatever you're comfortable with. It's called sadhana. And it's how we continue to move energy throughout our lifetime. Namaste.